This is the weekly recap. Every hiccup on the map. From incident IQ to the fix on tap. What we learned last week makes this week better for you.
Hey, Mike Simmons here with the weekly recap, and today's May 11th, and I hope everyone had a good weekend, good Mother's Day weekend. Really good time to call your mom, just say, hey mom, checking in. I just wanted to let you know I'm thinking about you and I love you. Okay, so what are the action items? What are we looking at? What's helpful from last week that's going to help us this week? We're going to talk about end of life and surplus, Windows 10 and tech tools, and then I was playing around with spreadsheets and making some helpful lists in the knowledge base. And so as we jump into those three, I'm going to give you guys a visual and we're going to take a look at the action items. If you head over to your Site Tech Support chat and then see knowledge base up here, hit the little drop down and open it in a new browser. Here it goes. And I'm going to show you guys, I started importing some spreadsheet list just to make things a little bit easier when it comes to helpful information, right? And so one of the things I search for is I said list site IP addresses. And so as you're troubleshooting network tickets, it might be helpful to know how to read the IP addresses. And so this is categorized by sites. And so you have high schools, middle schools, elementary schools. And the only thing I had to type in is list IP, site IP address. And here it is, very helpful. And then at the bottom, it says understanding the IP scheme structure. And it talks about the first octet, the second octet, and then the third octets. And we've got the grouping of the client network, Chromebooks, printers, and then finally your guest network, FCS guest. Another helpful list. Oh, and one more thing you could do is just copy the notes right there and just put it into your own knowledge base. If there's something helpful that you're going to refer back to on a regular time, you can copy it, paste it, do whatever you want. This is your information that you can use to help you as you're supporting your tickets and as you're supporting your sites. The other thing I found helpful is maybe list out the departments. So believe it or not, technology and central office, we have a whole lot of departments and different people that we can contact whenever you bump into an issue or have a problem. And so here it's listing the departments and the corresponding contacts of who to get with on ticket escalations. And so we've got the communications department, which is a little bit different than the communications team for TSV. And here, these are the people who support the website, the outside signage, things like that. Cybersecurity team, we've got Ben, Kyle, Sean, Infinite Campus team, and we've got assistive technology, and check out all these departments right here. And then it's got the names, and here I am with sysadmin team. And then warehouse, we've got the whole warehouse crew right there. And then here's a few external contacts, language labs. We've got Dell support, Acer support, very helpful. You may want to copy that and put that into some of your notes too, that we have a knowledge base. Now, speaking of knowledge base, and there's another thing I want to talk about, is let's level up and let's have a common understanding about the technology lifespan and the life cycle of technology. So we support in the school building, we've got Windows devices, you have Apple devices, you've got Chromebooks, you have ClearTouch, and we've got printers, right? And so as we look at our technology lifespan, it's a mixture of physical hardware degradation, manufacturer support, and preventative maintenance. And I always talk about whenever you're fixing a Chromebook, let's return it in better condition than we found it. And you're almost kind of like you're like a car mechanic, right? And so if someone takes their car to the shop and they're like, hey, I think I need a new car. And then the mechanic looks at it. He's like, you know what? You actually just need a new timing belt, or you need a new battery or something. Over time, it's not uncommon for technology to degrade. And that's where we kind of have like the break fix mentality with tickets, and we're swapping out parts. And the reason we do that is to prolong the technology life. And there's a few things. So you have physical maintenance. We're going to do regular cleaning and spraying, and we want to go ahead and make sure that we dust and that type of stuff and wipe out the fingerprints. that's fine. That's physical, and you're swapping out parts. The battery care, you want to make sure that as heat exposure or things like overcharging or frequently letting it drop to zero, it actually creates damage to the health. It's better to top it off when the battery gets low, like around 20% or so. And then software, this is what I want to spend a little time on. Software is we're addressing secondary issues. So anytime you fix hardware, go ahead and take time to do updates of the BIOS, the drivers. If there's critical updates, Windows updates, you can typically go to settings and just click Windows updates. For Apple devices, we do have it where standard users can run updates as well. And then I also encourage everyone to just keep the machines powered on. And so it's going to allow like computer labs to get those critical security updates. But if a user is asking you like, hey, this technology is old, I just want to get a new one, I want to swap it out, that's not really what the mechanic does, right? That's not what the site tech does. What we do is we basically fix, or we're working tickets for things that are broken and fix it. And just because a machine might be slow or sluggish doesn't mean that there's not a way to fix that, right? You can always do an autopilot reset for Windows devices. We can erase the hard drive on Apple devices and kind of reinstall the OS. You can always power wash a Chromebook. But there are going to be times where it's reaching the end of its life cycle. And it's not up to us to determine the date and the time and the years. It's really, you're going to have like a refresh cycle. And so remember a few years ago when the teachers got a new laptop and we swapped them out? Just wait until you're directed to do so by leadership with the technology department. And so we don't have like a timestamp or a date specifically on when we swap things out. A lot of that's just budgetary stuff. And so your role as a site technician is we are just going to prolong the lifespan of technology and we're going to make things work as well as we can. As any machines that we're touching and any machines that we're working on, we're just going to make them better than we received it and before you return it back to production. But I hope that helps. It kind of clears things up, and I just want to make sure we're on the same page when it comes to that. So one thing we could do right away to help with the life cycle is that Windows 11 update. We can't keep it on Windows 10, but if you go to Tech Tools, let's take a look at the list. We have a list right here. It's a Windows 10 audit, right? And so let's take a look here. So what we did is we tabbed out all of the different sites. And depending on the site, we've got your host name. So that's the Windows 10 host name right there. It's currently on this OS version. Here's the IP address, so we know it's in the building. And then most importantly, we've got the information about the last logged in or last seen right here. So last seen, see, a lot of these were recent. That's May 6th. And we've got one here that's April 30th. So who knows, maybe that was already updated, but it doesn't hurt to check. And then it also shows the last logged in user. But all of these machines are going to be recent, and they're going to have usernames, and we're going to have IP addresses and the make and the model. And that's going to make it a lot easier for you to locate and find those devices. Now, it's critical now that anything that's still on 10, we want to get those updated to 11 before the school year ends. And so I just wanted to give you guys that tool. It's in Tech Tools. It's under Windows 10 Devices Audit. And then you can pull that up and just use that as a reference for your site as you're updating those Windows 10 to Windows 11 devices. Thank you so much for watching the weekly recap, and I hope you guys have a great day.
What we learned last week makes this week better for you. From incident IQ to the fix on tap. What we learned last week makes this week better for you.